तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति शांति। With the prostrations to the lotus feet of the divine ancestry and with the salutations to the Mother of Wisdom, may I extend my prayers and pranams to thee all. Just offering my thoughts in the way of flowers to the feet of my Guruji, I seek permission from him to enter into the field of Ramayana. Namaskar. Ramayana is the first and the noblest of its kind as an epic. It uplifts a person from a lower to the higher status of life. The sublime principles of life are glorified in it. The values and virtues are given importance in personal life and in social order. Dharmic discipline is established in all walks of life. Strength and steadiness, vigor and vitality, wit and wisdom are taken as the instruments for the promotion of dharma. Dharma is accepted as the nucleus of life. The morals and values of human life are always protected. The indiscipline of the negative forces of life is discouraged and defeated. The symbolism in Ramayana is very much attractive. Here, the lower status of human mind is gradually lifted to the higher status of spiritual order, for which the qualities of the human mind are transformed into the characters of the Ramayana. The heroes and heroines bear significance as symbols to suggest the qualities of the human mind. The wiles and virtues are discussed through this brilliant technique. The wiles are defeated and virtues are promoted. The negative forces are discouraged and positive values are encouraged. Animate and inanimate are included as tools and instruments for the success of this noble venture. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha, Rishis, Rakshasas, Devas and Asuras, men and monkeys, emperors and empires, mountains and seas, birds and animals, jungles and beaches are effective participants in this mystical and mundane operation, for which avatar is taken as a medium through which the sublimity is explained. The concept of avatar or incarnation. The luminous sublimity of the great epic is Rama. His superior personality leads us to a higher status of impersonality. Impersonality means an ethic which is invisible, an all-pervading power which is invisible, which is explained through a person. Rama is the nucleus and the central figure in the mystical science formed as epic. In all mystical poems, the great sage poets have adopted a beautiful method to explain the invisible truth. By explaining the visible media, they lead us to the unseen and unfelt truths. Incarnation is a function with the word meaning that comes down from a higher stage to the lower. The higher truth has no quality. It is beyond all qualities. But the lower is with qualities. The higher is formless. The lower is in all forms. The higher is experience and the lower is experiment. The higher is Purusha and the lower is Prakriti. The higher is Nirguna but the lower is Saguna. Nirguna means having no quality, which cannot be explained through qualities, which cannot be visible through the qualities. But the lower is Saguna. Saguna means with qualities, visibly having guna, and by other programs of organs it can be explained. So it is called the Saguna. The higher is Brahman, the lower is Prakriti. The higher is knowledge, the lower nescience. Nescience means ignorance. The higher is luminousness, the lower luminous. Luminousness is the status of being illumined. The lower is luminous, means which is inspired or instigated to shine or to glitter or to make anything active. The higher Hiranyagarbha, the other Virat, cosmic. The higher is impersonal and the lower personal. Enlightened gurus try to impart the knowledge of the impersonal through the personal. But being impersonal formed into personal, the latter never loses the capacity to transform himself into luminousness. Here the meaning is, anything in the form with a name has its own limitation, which will never be all-pervading, which will never be omniscient or omnipresent, which cannot do anything other than the law of form and name. So here, the avatar is not like that. Though the avatar has a form, though the avatar has a name, it is not within the limitation of its form and name, but it goes beyond it, breaks all the limitations, and then merges with the impersonal. Or the impersonal qualities are explained through the personality. So Ram, the incarnation, and Brahman are one and the same. That means that the personal is equal to impersonal. So service to Ram is a service for one's own self. Why? Because self is the Brahman, self is the soul, and self is the Ram. That is a sacred work to transform oneself into Atma Ram. Atma Ram means by one's own contemplation and meditation, the Upasaka is becoming with the qualities of the Upasyam. Or if somebody is contemplating or meditating on Ram, in the final end, he himself is transformed into Ram or with Ram's qualities. Thus, serving Ram means lifting oneself to the status of Ram.